Hello, my name is Dr. Robert McDougall and I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Sarah Windsor, analytical chemist here at the University of the Sunshine Coast, who will take you through a series of experiment demonstrations, many of which you can complete from where you are. This work was made possible by funding through the Regional Universities Network grant for the DigiClassroom project and in-kind support from the university. The team working with Dr. Windsor today are video producer Chris Peckham and lab technician Mr. Scott Burrow. This is the sort of science that has a real connection for the way we need to think about the future in the thinking we do today.
So this is Carbon Cycle Reaction 1, and it's an artificial simulation of the production of coal. So it takes 250 million years to form coal naturally, but today it'll take, approximately 5 minutes for us to form coal. So you'll see with our carbon sequestration reaction later that this is an example in the laboratory of how to do something, and the industrial scaling up of this process takes a fair bit, especially when you're involving chemicals like sulfuric acid, which is quite expensive in this example, and later sodium hydroxide, which is quite expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the fume hood, so then that will create a lot of a noise. So firstly, I've put water into the outer beakers. So approximately 25 grams into the outer beakers of water. Into the inner beakers I've put approximately 10 grams of sucrose. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the initial temperature of trial 1, 2 and 3. So we have sucrose in there, and then I'm going to saturate each 10 grams of sucrose with sulfuric acid, and so it will dehydrate the sucrose. So I start with sucrose and I'll end up with carbon plus water. So from the mass of water that we used and the initial and final temperature of the waters that we've measured, we'll be able to determine what the enthalpy change of the reaction was, and then from the mass of sucrose that we used, we'll be able to work out the energy content of the dehydration of sucrose.